I'm going to do what I have not done before. I'm going to use protein powder to bake these muffins. I'm going to use ground oats, 2 cups, 3 tablespoons of dark unsweetened cocoa powder, and this vegan protein powder. People at Earth Chimp sent me a protein powder of my choice, which is sugar-free, no flavor added protein powder, and I wanted to try it out in this recipe. I will use 2 scoops of it. 1 scoop has 120 calories and 25 grams of protein. And I'm also going to use salt, baking powder, baking soda, 2 very ripe bananas, 2 large eggs, 5 to 6 ounces of non-fat Greek yogurt. So let's mix the dry ingredients first. Oats, protein powder, pinch of salt, cocoa powder, and here's a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Mix well. Sifting could be a very good option as well here. A lot of times I don't feel like sifting, but probably it's a good idea to sift the baking powder, especially in baking soda, so they don't clump. I'm going to blend bananas with eggs. It's much easier and faster probably than trying to mash everything with a fork. Make sure that bananas are very ripe so they're nice and sweet. And 2 eggs. And this is Greek yogurt, 5 to 6 ounces of it. To that, I'm going to add the egg banana mixture. One teaspoon of vanilla extract. And let's mix it together and see how the texture looks like. It looks like it's gonna be extremely thick. Yeah, it is very, very dense. So I'm going to add more wet ingredients, and I think milk will be a good one. So half a cup of 2% milk. Any milk will do. Now this consistency looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to fill half of the muffins with Nutella, very little amount just for the flavor, and the other half with high protein BB2 and cocoa powder mix. I have here a little bit of milk, 2% in this cup. To that, I'm going to add about 26 grams of PB2. 26 grams because that's what the serving size, so I just decided to have just this much for easy math at the end. I'll sweeten it with a teaspoon and a half, which is 6 grams of monk fruit sweetener. And I'm gonna add 5 grams of cocoa powder, that's about a tablespoon. Well, it looks like it's too dense again, so a little bit more milk. Yep, looks fine and tastes good. Time to divide the dough into 12 muffins. I will fill just 3/4 of the muffin tin. Add the filling, half with my PB2 chocolate sauce and the other half I will complete with Nutella. And this is very little of the even Nutella or the PB2 sauce is just for the extra flavor, because as you can see, we just added the bananas for sweetness. And if you do like Nutella, this is a great recipe just to use it just a little bit for the flavor and not to get too many calories. And I guess there's more bad things in Nutella itself, but for a little bit we can enjoy every now and then. And I'm gonna top each muffin with the leftover dough to cover the filling. You don't really have to do that, you can just fill the whole muffin to the top and then add or try to put the chocolate inside or on top. It doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna bake the muffins at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 to 30 minutes. Everything depends on your oven. And this is the end result. The texture is pretty nice and cakey. I think the protein powder probably does that. The unfortunate thing is that you can barely see the PB2 filling here at all. It looks like it blended and cooked within the muffin, probably adding a little bit extra sweetness. Let's look at the Nutella one. And this one, you can definitely see the chocolate. You can't tell there is any protein powder here, which I like as far as the taste is concerned. It creates a cake-like texture, which is nice and adds protein to the muffins. Each muffin without the filling has 122 calories and 8 grams of protein. Not bad at all. Check out these recipes now, and that is where I'm going to see you next.